welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, put the bell button on for more notifications to see who, me, moi. This chick right here, welcome to my channel where I do commentary reviews. I do music, comedy. I do it all. Why? Because it's my channel. Go ahead and hit that bell button for more notifications and like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Child, what is happening? What is happening? Nikki Minaj's husband is now on house arrest. And let me just start from the beginning before I dive into how it even got started. Okay, I just want to go on record because I know how Barty Gang, the Garbs, the Bars, the 1, 2, 3, the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse people. I know how y'all stay and y'all like to drageth people. I just want to go on record and say I like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. I like their music. I like what they're doing. Am I a super fan and all of that? No, I'm not. But I want to see the rap girlies win. I always have, from the Missy Elliott's to the Queen Latifahs to the Foxy Browns to the Little Kims. I'm not a super hip hop head, but I always love to see the girlies rap down, and I always love to see the girlies win. So speaking of the rap girlies, this beef with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj is running stale, is running dry. Yes, I enjoyed their music. Do I always agree with what they do outside of their music? Hell no. Absolutely not. Right? But I feel like I grew up in a hip-hop era where you have Biggie and Tupac, right? You have two amazing talents that were gone too soon because of senseless beef. I grew up in an era where that era, it was no social media. It was no talking. They got it shaken at the award show regardless of who said what. You be like, what happened to that guy? Oh, he turned into fairy dust. They was offering people's top for less. So looking at this beef, I always looked at it like, oh my God, it's so senseless, and God forbid, I don't want anybody to not only go to jail, but God forbid lose their life. Now, it's one thing to have beef amongst the women, you know, and it be catty amongst women and go back and forth amongst women. But it's like once you start getting the men involved, it turns into something it absolutely does not have to be. At all. Okay, so let's go back to the VMAs. I knew something was going to happen when this sturdy dude, this cuckoo kaka, and it's sorry, that's what he sounded like to me. Put the camera on Kenneth, and then he tagged the Shade Room. He tagged Cardi B. He tagged all these people. I knew then that something was going to pop off. Maybe not at the VMAs, but something was going to pop off after, and somebody was going to get into some damn trouble. So that started. Offset slid in old boys' DMs. And I think like 24 hours later, that's when they in the alleyway. Like, we talking the alleyway in New York City. I didn't see not a rat, not a roach, not nobody, not Offset, not nobody. You out there at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I said to myself, this sturdy guy is going to ruin Nicki's brand. Right? We already know about her husband. I'm not going into the allegations, but I said, I know that Kenneth doesn't have social media, right? So for this guy that's quote unquote supposed to be his friend, putting the camera in his face and doing all of that, it's really promoting this beef to go in a direction that it doesn't need to go in. So everybody's going back and forth talking about, oh, Cardi B and Offset. They called the PO. First of all, I was on Twitter. I was in these spaces. People was in that man's comments tagging the FBI, the parole officers. They was tagging everybody, Crime Stoppers. So it wasn't Cardi B and Offset. Sidebar, I was watching this documentary where it was a bunch of hip-hop heads you can think of on this documentary talking about how the cops will dress up as regular, smegular folks and go to their concerts and spy on them and make sure they're not putting certain stuff in their lyrics that would incriminate them, basically waiting to arrest them. So I'm trying to fit, and this has been going on for years. for years, okay, have been following them and their concerts. They even mentioned how these cops, these parole officers, these attorneys have regular social media platforms in which they already spying on y'all. Like, y'all trying to get down with the RICO. Y'all trying to get down with the RICO charges, baby. Because y'all really think that parole officers don't, or cops or DAs or the FBI is not out here looking at your social media to incriminate y'all? And a lot of y'all are so dumb. Y'all will tell on yourselves on social media. How stupid can you be? You will literally commit a crime on social media, brag about it, post about it, and then be surprised. Now it's everybody's fault except for yours, and you literally just snitched on yourself. Anyway, after shoe bop, shoe body, and sturdy in the alleyway, I want to say a few days later, Kenneth Petty is now doing up to 120 days house arrest. So that means he's supposed to be Nikki's bodyguard. Listen, girl, if it works for you, it works for you. He's supposed to be Nikki's bodyguard. She's supposed to be releasing an album. How is he supposed to do the job that he's supposed to do when he can't even go outside? And I'm just like, number one, when you're on parole, probation, all of that, it's rules to that. You can't hang around people that are you can't hang around other parolees. Like, that's parole 101. Don't ask me how I know it, baby. I ain't never been on parole, but I know people that have gotten locked up for less because they shared a cab ride. And the headlight and the cab ride was out and the cops pulled the cab over. So, baby, they've gotten arrested for less. Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, when does this beef end? Number one, I was so embarrassed. I want more for Nikki. Like I said earlier, I want more for the rap girlies. I was so embarrassed. This is so embarrassing. Like, you are the icon. And I just don't understand how this is okay. We are in our 40s. Well, I can't say me because I'm definitely not. But I mean, these girls is in their 30s and 40s. These girls are should be mature enough. These men should be mature enough to know, hey, this is something we should not be doing. It is absolutely not okay, because at the end of the day, every single one of these people have kids. What happens when these kids get older and have to look at their parents' lives being threatened, or have to look at their parents being dragged in the mud because of poor choices that could have been avoided because you don't want to use your noggin and make the right choices? That is so embarrassing for a kid to go through. All these allegations, all these mugshots, lives being threatened, all of this going on. And it's just like, what about the children? What about the children? And I do feel like a lot of fans egg this on and really is turning and making this out to be something that it doesn't have to be. I feel like the clout chasers, like the ski boot, she is 30. I feel like people like that, and these yes men and some of these deranged fans are really pulling us in a direction that it doesn't have to go. And I'm telling you, the era that I grew up in, and if you grew up in the same era, if you are a millennial and you grew up in the same era that I did, you know how, God forbid, this might end. And then at the same time, you don't want someone's career that has created like a quote unquote legacy in this game. You don't want it to be tarnished because of something so stupid. Make the right freaking choices. And then what pisses me off, you got the girlies on TikTok, the rap girlies that are doing the damn thing, that deserve to be put in this position, that don't be in no foolery, that would do anything to be given these opportunities that a lot of these folks is given, and y'all choose to get into these positions and be full on 110% ghetto and trash, might I add. Super trash. And it's just like, I just want to see everybody win. And everybody's not going to get along. Agree to disagree and move the hell around. Stop feeding into certain things. Stop taking the bait into certain things and just freaking move around. I'm really embarrassed I was embarrassed for Nikki. I was watching clips of the Queen radio. I just feel so, it's sad. The whole situation is sad around. And y'all keep instigating this. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people keep instigating this, and it's gonna turn ugly. It's really gonna turn ugly, and I don't mean to put that out in the atmosphere. Okay, but the ancestors is weary. We're weary. We're tired. We are so tired about hearing this beef. It's getting old. It's time to move on. I feel like, come on now, Kenneth. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Now, a lot of people say that Nikki probably put him up to it. She's probably okay with it. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I don't talk to these people personally, so I don't know who put who up to what. But can't nobody put me up to shit, to put me in a position to get me hemmed up, locked up, or away from, well, I can't say he away from the kid because he now in the house with the baby, but to get me put in a position to get into some trouble. Can't nobody do that for me. We all grown. We make our own choices. So no matter what nobody tell you, it's your choice to do what you feel is best for you at the end of the damn day. Anyway, like, share, subscribe. I just feel like the beef needs to stop. The beef needs to stop. And then I heard that Cardi B is taking a break from social media, and she's taking the Meg Thee Stallion route and having her team run her social media. I feel like that's the best thing that she needs to do, because responding to everybody and getting hemmed up in some mess. You talking about having a longevity type of career. You talking about you have kids. You're building a family. You're really leaving your footprints in this game. For both of them. It's certain things you just don't need to be doing. And if the team need to step in, then the team need to step in. If you need to get rid of folks, replace folks, fire folks, send their ass to the unemployment line to protect your brand, to protect your image. You need to break up with folks, divorce folks, move people, move the chess pieces around. Do what you got to do to protect your brand, to protect your image, to protect your income, because you got more to lose than a lot of these fools that you got around you. To protect your income, to protect your children and their mental health. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, put the bell button on for more notifications. Bye.